United talk, full-time instant reaction in the Vertu Trophy. We have beaten Barnsley 2-1 up until probably 3 hours before the game. I wasn't actually going to come here, I was going to watch it. I think they're all on Sky, these trophy games, aren't they? And I decided to come, came with my dad. And you know what, I'm really glad I did. This season's been really unpredictable. The whole pre-season's been unpredictable. The signings have been unpredictable. But what that's done is, it's made it quite exciting for these fixtures. Like, I look at the team today, and the team's, you know, announced, and I want to see what Kuyar can do. I really want to see what Bennett's can do. I want to see a little bit more of Norburn. I'm glad to see Ness back in. I want to see what Griffiths can do in goal because, as you know, I think, you know, there's possibly a place up for grabs in goal as well. And I want to see what Hall and Luca can do. And all of a sudden it becomes a really exciting team and a really exciting game. Now, Barnsley played players like Kelladon. I'm sure, you know, I'm not a Barnsley expert, but I'm sure that's not, you know, their complete first team. But it's going to be a decent side. And Kelladon, you know, he gets a goal in that. But on the whole, I think we started the game excellently. You know, the first 5 or 10 minutes, they couldn't live with us. And again, you've got to take into context, you know, Barnsley have a big game coming up at the weekend. We have a big league game coming up at the weekend at home where we want to get a victory. But they couldn't live with us. They could not live with us. And the play was absolutely fantastic. Luca's first goal is brilliant. Kuyar does some excellent work. And you know, it's a great first goal to build on a great start to the season from Jaden Luca, where he's got 3 assists. I think he's got a goal as well, and now he's got a goal in this trophy. Built minutes into him, so really happy for him. Another player I want to talk about was Bennett. For me, he's done enough in this game to completely solidify himself in the squad for Saturday's game. And he was actually that good. I'm probably going over the top here because who would you drop from the side? But in any other game, you know, if you haven't got Cerullo and Jody as your wing backs, he's done enough to start. He was absolutely fantastic. The first time I've really seen him put in a performance like he did in those sort of 20-25 minutes against Cardiff at home in that friendly, which I know is only a friendly again. It's, you know, not a fully competitive fixture, as this doesn't necessarily feel like, does it? But he's done enough to definitely be on that bench and be an option. And I was sat there thinking, if we could get, you know, Jody and Luca and Hall and Bennett's all playing like that and running at teams, we're going to play really well. And I said the same on Saturday against Crewe in my post match, in my match day vlog. I feel like there's an identity. Like, I'm watching Patterson tell them all to press, and they're pressing and they're running for him, and they're running. You know, they are really running for Pato in a Vertu Trophy game and giving it their absolute all. When some of these players that haven't been in the squad or anywhere near the squad, like Norburn, a pro that would have thought he was coming here to be, you know, a solid starter, hasn't played that many minutes. Kuyar barely kicked a ball, and he's put in a really good performance today. Obviously got that assist I mentioned, and players are playing for him. So I can't really complain. I mean, we're beating a League One side. So there's no taking that away from us. It's not a starting League One side, but we're not a starting League. We didn't have our starting League Two side up there. But all in all, fantastic. They get the goal back, and for sort of 5-10 minutes, they really do show a bit of quality, and the goal's really good. And from then on, I think to myself, they're going to go and score. They're going to go and get, you know, 1 or 2 here, and it's going to sort of spoil our game. But then they get a red card, and it is a red card. Their player's already on a yellow, and he gets the ball, and he's frustrated from the referee, and their fans are frustrated as well, and he sort of smashes the ball into the ground. And a few around me were sort of saying, the few around me, there was 1,000 here. A couple of people around me sort of saying, you know, was that harsh? No, because that's the rules. They're the rules, and the ref did well to enforce it. The ref was a bit picky at times, but he did well to enforce it. And from then on, it was all knots, completely all knots. They had one header from a corner in the 94th minute that actually did go quite close from where I was sat. And we played really well, and I really enjoyed just coming to Meadow Lane, just watching Notts play, you know, watching some players. Will Jarvis, who I'm just seeing behind me, is you might be able to just see the Notts players coming out there with some Barnsley players for like a cool down. You know, he got some minutes in there. His link-up play of Nick Cerullo, who came on, was excellent. Some overlaps that were just fantastic to see. We did actually have the ball in the net a little bit before the goal. The young lad that came on up front, and as soon as it went in the back of the net, I thought he's hit that with his hand. He sort of goes to tap it in, it rolls under his foot, and then I think it like sort of gets caught under his arm, and he gets dragged in with the momentum of his slide. But then we do the exact same again. Cerullo linking up with Jarvis, who puts it across. It's really good. I'm sure Jarvis gets the assist, and Tyrese Hall is there just to tuck it away. And I'm really happy for Notts, because it does go to penalties. And yes, you can win on penalties in this competition, but it's 2 points. You don't get the 3 points. It's like a bonus point, really. And that puts us in a decent position with Man U under 21s to come here, who've just lost 3-0 at Lincoln. We play like that. I think we probably beat Man U under 21s. I don't know that much about them, but if they've lost 3-0 to Lincoln, we lost 3-0 to Lincoln. I really think we could give them a good game and maybe progress in this tournament. I think this is Barnsley's first game in the tournament, in the competition, so they obviously have an opportunity to still get 6 points. And if Lincoln, want to go through as well, they're going to have to at least get a draw. But all in all, really happy with that performance. If you did watch it, let me know what you think. If you listened along or you were at the game, you're one of the 1,800, and there was 440 Barnsley fans that came as well. Let me know what you thought. But again, I've said this a lot this season. I'm interested to hear what Pato has to say at full time. But I think, confidence booster, definitely. Some players have played their way in. I'd like to see Kuyar on the bench. I think Luca was excellent. I think Hall was pretty good again tonight and gets his goal to cap that off. One more player I really want to mention is Ness. I thought Ness was fantastic. We've got to keep him fit. You keep Ness fit, you've got one of the best defenders in the division, I think. Bedu played well as well, but we've got to get Ness fit because you never know what's going to happen with Macari. Very, very happy with that. I'm very, very, very glad that I came to the game. So, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back for a Players' Perspective later this week. It is also the fans forum, and then we'll be back for our usual post-match videos on Saturday after Oldham.